Okay, what have the last few hours been like?
Well, Rob, the bombardment hasn't stopped even here in Khan Yunis and in Rafah, where thousands of people are and thousands more are still coming. And the two governorates are extremely packed up with people, even over their capacity. And yet the bombardments are still going on in different areas in both governorates and in between them. While in the northern Gaza Strip, we're still hearing the bombardments in Tell al-Hawa, in the west of Gaza City, in the northern part of Gaza Strip, in Beit Hanun and in Beit Lahia. The bombardment is still ongoing. People are still, after last night's extreme bombardments, are still trying to get to the south this morning and in these hours as we speak. We still know a lot of people who are trying to head south despite the full capacity of the entire two governorates. Recently, in this morning and in the past few hours of dawn, Al-Quds Hospital, which has residents, not just the civilians or the people who were injured and the people who are being hospitalized in the hospital, but residents who have taken refuge from Al-Rimal and Tell al-Hawa neighborhoods have all been staying at Al-Quds Hospital. That was actually ordered to evacuate this morning. The people there are evacuating on foot. According to the medical sources of the hospital, they said that they negotiated the Israeli army who was in touch with them to give them more hours because there are no cars to take them south. So all the people, the injuries and the residents that were staying in hospital are going to be moving towards the south with the medical staff in that hospital on foot. So also the Al-Auda hospital in the northern part of Gaza Strip was also ordered to evacuate with thousands of people between injuries and residents taking refuge in that hospital, Rob.
Yumna, I know that you and your family moved south to Khan Yunis on Friday. What are people able to bring with them, given the fact that they're essentially having to be told to drop everything, leave their homes in northern Gaza and move south? What are they actually able to take with them?
We took very little stuff, Rob. We took whatever we could.
Yumna, are you okay?
I'm okay, but the situation is extremely terrible. We have no electricity, we have no water, we have no internet. I could gather whatever I could gather in just a few hours for my children. And all the families the same. It's not just me. This is how all the families are. And we just took little food and drink with us. And there is a shortage, an acute shortage of food in the shops, in supermarkets everywhere. We can barely, we literally can barely find water and food and everything. We're just shut out of the whole world.
Yumna, I understand, of course, we all do, that this is very difficult for you, your family, and of course all those trying to move towards Khan Yunis. Given the fact that the people in Khan Yunis are already under a lot of stress and already in a very difficult situation, how are the people of Khan Yunis coping with the influx of people from the north? How are they trying to help people who are arriving in their town?
Rob, I swear to God, literally every house in Khan Yunis is hosting 2 or 3 families from Gaza City that they don't even know. People who have relatives here in Khan Yunis have gone to their relatives in addition to neighbors from their buildings in Gaza City, and they're hosting them in their homes. Every single home. Like, I'm staying in a 100 meters apartment with 3 other families. This is basically how it is. And everyone, all the homes around me are like that. People, yes, they've opened their homes to welcome everyone, whoever they can take. Other homes have, like, we're talking about over 20, 30 people in one apartment. This is how it is. But people are just saying at least they would find a shelter, a roof on their top to take shelter in from the bombardments and to stay in. since they're forced to evacuate. And yet we're still getting calls from so many people we know asking us if there's space around us, if we know anyone that they still have space to host them with them.
Make sure to subscribe to a channel to the latest news from RDZ World News.